Going on, everybody? Welcome. It is 9 o'clock. We're just getting started here. There's the game. Very good. Good to see. Getting started here. We are going to get going and just kind of see where the night takes us here. I'm not really sure. I don't have a plan for what we're doing. I do want to do a little bit more detailing around our university tonight, and we won't be going for very long, certainly not as long as last night. I was up until 1 a.m. What's up, Brian? I streamed until 1 a.m. last night, and I don't think I'm doing that again tonight. I have to drive 7.5, 8 hours tomorrow, so I don't see a 1 a.m. in our future tonight. But I do want to jump on here for a couple hours, bang out a, get some stuff done. I do want to finish, doing more bushes around our quad here. I think I'm going to put in some more dorm rooms. We kind of very loosely, as best as we could, did this off of Boston College. It's kind of near, yeah, you were up with me, kind of near the water, and yeah, I didn't either. Did you see my face when I saw it was 1 a.m.? I was like, oh my god, I gotta go to bed. It was ridiculous, but yeah. So we started last night. We did this probably midstream last night. We kicked this off. It was a little complicated because it was set up on a hill. We had to do some terraforming, and this made the hills over here look wonky, so we kind of fixed and made these look more natural. This area right in here intrigues me. I'm trying to figure out what I see in here. Any suggestions, drop them into the chat. I'm more than willing to listen. That's this area right in here, and if you're watching the replay, drop a comment in there, because I don't know that I'm going to get to that immediately. I might let that sit, might let it simmer, and figure out, because I think that's going to be a really cool between the schools neighborhood that could really make this entire city start to come together. So comments down below. What's up, Hawks girl? Comment down below if you're watching the replay and have an idea for that, or just drop it in chat. I need a name for this university. You can make that like a university town. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Brian. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, because it's in between the schools. I think some mix of like medium zoning, medium residential. Get a nice little main street type, maybe a pedestrian street in there. I think it'd look pretty sharp. But at any rate, if you have any suggestions for naming the university, throw that in there. Wolf Lodge University. I like it. That could be a potential. See what other names we get, and we'll pick one at the end. Yeah, no, I like it, Brian. I like it. So we also moved our overpacked school that was over in this very densely packed, full of houses area. We moved it over here, hoping that it would disperse some of the kids, and it did not. So now, instead of just being over there with 1,500 kids, now we're over here with 1,500 kids. So I'm not really sure. Apparently, no one is graduating. They're just staying here in high school. So pulling all, yeah, exactly. But we did design and detail a nice school. It's not just plopped on the map and left for at its own devices. Which, again, if that's the way you play the game, the game can certainly be played that way. I just like to make it look a little bit more. It's part of the challenge of the game for me, is to make things look a little bit more natural, lifelike, and that. So this area in here, we're getting a lot of complaints about water, and I think we might move this wastewater treatment plant and the pump itself and get it away from this area right here, and I might go put this elsewhere. There's a lot of trees packed in here too. I might have overdone it with the brush, so we'll see how we feel about that. I'm not sure if that's going to happen tonight or not. I also taking a note from Brian. Oh, one more thing we worked on last night. Two more things we worked on last night. taking a note from Brian. Let's go ahead and unpause the game. There's no reason for it to be paused. I am going to start working on, and I have done a little bit more realistic lane management. I thought this, really this lane, or this road right here, to make, this is a prime example of what he was talking about is lane math. And, you know, instead of having this asymmetrical road be completely asymmetrical the whole time, I think we'd probably be better off if we did something like, here, I'll show, so I'm gonna have to redesign some of the city, but it's not a huge feat, but I'm gonna have to redesign some of the city so it kind of goes with the lane math theory here. So if we did, this might not be a good example because we don't have a good way to fix that without throwing an extra node in there, but essentially, you know, here you wouldn't need 2 turn lanes, or maybe here you wouldn't need 2 lanes there, so it might make a little bit more sense to have this reversed, and you know, you could use this to use turn lanes and throw turn lanes in. So it's gonna make a little bit more sense when you guys see me build something from scratch, but it's certainly works better. Restart city because it feels like the demands control the city and I don't. Yeah, welcome to my world, bro. It's certainly that is a thing. I definitely have to take it easy on the brush tool once the trees and the bushes grow in. Areas definitely look overgrown. So yeah, and then wow, this thing is really laggy tonight. Not really sure what's going on. I messed with some settings based on Cities by Diana and another video that I watched. I messed with a couple of settings, and I was hoping that it was going to be looking a little bit better and running a little smoother. My next move is to go down to 1080p. When they tested this game for release, the testers of the game for release, they ran this game in 1080p, and that is my next thought, is to go down to 1080p if it's not going to behave. So works better with highways and normal roads. Gotcha. I think a park with all those trees and a green belt would be awesome. Nice. So I also worked on this last night. This is a police station back here, a firehouse here, just threw a parking lot in here for good measure, and then a radio mast, which is part of the telecom and internet demand network, and I kind of made it fit in so it looked like a dispatch type antenna for those for these emergency services buildings. So kind of made the firehouse look more natural on its own street, which would, you know, kind of replicate its front ramp. And again, again, for realism, this thing is it works fine if you just plop it like this one over here, which I have not messed with yet. If you just throw the firehouse down on the street, on the side of the street, that works, and it'll work just fine. But when I'm out in and that looks very like an urban setting, but over here where you're a little bit more rural, I think you're gonna find more things set off the street a little bit, canted, landscaping, you know, the whole nine. So I kind of wanted to make that make that a little bit more realistic and go from there. So yeah, this made a little more industrial over here. Like I said, that tower was right here, and we moved it. What else did we do last night? This school over here and this neighborhood. I threw this school. This is the second school. It's servicing these neighborhoods right over here. We did district these out. And the second neighborhood, just before the stream ended, when I realized it was 1 a.m., we were working on this little subdivision right here, building it up to where our city line is, and this is the grade school, or another elementary school. Nice little walking path from the neighborhood along the coastline up to the back of the school. Again, nice. I think it feels at least realistic. So hopefully it'll stay that way. Yeah, so that's kind of the recap of what we did last night. And to make things go, we are really close to being I believe they call our next milestone the first time we're called a city. So we do get high density offices, which are big, skyscrapers, and then high speed highways. And so yeah, we are progressing right through. I believe that we are halfway through the milestones with that the addition of the next one. Tonight I was just working on I was gonna work on some basic traffic stuff, nothing crazy. I was hoping to expand and make our industry a little bit make a little bit more sense. I thought about cutting in some rail lines, maybe. Again, the rail lines are gonna be here probably before most of the city, so I kind of want to get the rail lines in place before we continue going crazy with the city, because the city's really built around the existing rail lines in most cases. And then I also want to make sure that the railroad and the transportation network and all that stuff makes sense too. Again, like I said last night, one thing about New York that drives me nuts is that their airport, LaGuardia Airport, is not attached to a very, very well thought out subway system, except for the fact that you can't get to the airport using the subway system. So it's just subway, bus, whatever. But yeah, so that's it's kind of what we're working with right now. And we'll go from there. I'm gonna do a couple more industry buildings out this way, just so the factories kind of spawn up sparsely in this, and hopefully when we are out here, we do get some factories that are agriculture related. Like this one is using vegetables and beverages, or to make beverages. Out here we have machinery and metals, which doesn't make any sense for out here. We have some wood industry out here, which we could kick up again. But we do have a few things, like this one is Chipperstein wood. Nice, I like it. But yeah, I'm gonna throw some more commercial out here, and see if anything spawns in that will help us out. So I'm gonna do that right now, actually. Thank you, Hawks girl. We'll do a 90-degree right off of here. And then we'll go back down to a 2-lane road. And this is gonna, actually, you know what? We're gonna need a 4-lane here. Don't really need a 4-lane here. I think we'll be all right. Saw a neat trick too. On a stream today, Imperial Jedi stream, he had a neat trick that I thought was pretty cool. I'm gonna try to do it right now, actually, and see if it works for me. Here, look at that. Now, that just cut the... Remember how I was having issues with zoning being on the wrong street? By forcing these in here, it forces the zoning to the right, to the correct street. And so if I go ahead and zone, I won't have that issue of the buildings popping up in the wrong location. So let's see how this works. I zone that in there, and then I do a 3. It should be fine, because when I take this off, come back into zoning, now I have the 2 on the right road. That's a pretty cool tip that I just saw maybe an hour and a half ago. Imperial Jedi on Twitch just showed me that, so that's pretty slick. That will eliminate us having to continuously demolish and rebuild different and then we can kind of keep our buildings a little bit more uniform, and they won't be growing in on the side streets or on the main streets when I want them on the side streets. I think that'll make it a little bit better. Let's see here. So yeah, here, like this is a perfect example. If I come over here and all these zones, it's blocking zones from here. So if I draw a walking path right here, just temporarily, it forces the zones to be on where I want them. So I'm definitely using this. I'll be using this for sure. I agree 100%, Brian. I would love to have that, and I actually thought about doing a video on that myself. That's a good one right there. All right, the only trick is going to be to remember to remove the all the walking paths that don't make any sense to be there. This one I'm still using currently. Go ahead and finish this zone out. Oh. Why is that one? We'll bring that in just a little bit further. I really like that trick. I've been looking for a fix for that for a little while now. And now this will all grow in on the at the right spot. So yeah, exactly. So here's a little here's what I was talking about before also with that lane management. Again, Brian was saying it definitely works. It makes more sense on the highway. But if you come back here, it makes no sense for me to have a 2-lane road, 2 going in, 1 going out. What I need, instead of having 2 lanes going this way, I could have a double turn lane right here. And, you know, I think it makes a little bit more sense to do that. Yeah, whatever I tweaked my graphics settings to did not assist in the textures and all that. That's for sure. I don't know why everything's loaded in like blurry tonight. It's kind of weird. I said since I ran that paved road in out this way for the dairy barn that never really turned into anything. Might as well make a little industrial area out here. But we also have to remember that some of the industrial area, the pollution will impact farming. So I don't know, maybe should have not went that crazy. So I am about I don't know how this is gonna go, guys. Hopefully it stays. Getting a ton of stutters tonight, almost making this, making it a little bit tough. We'll go with this for now. Hopefully, this will all situate itself, and we can continue here with minimal issues. So. Already seems to be running a little bit better, but might have to put your texture quality back to high and yeah. I mean, my texture settings are back on high. Full screen, depth of field. I did have this. I see how our landfill's doing over here. We are 860, 870 away from unlocking our next thing. Yeah, the drinking water thing is next too. Yeah, I mean, the city's still only 11,000 people, so I mean, there's people playing with 100,000 people. I have a hard time believing that. I mean, I'm sure it could happen, but four-lane highway that allows traffic in both directions, huh? So that's just like a rural route, like a state road. Huh, all right. Kind of thinking of a bridge over this way, but I don't know if it's kind of what I was thinking. It was a bridge. Huge jumps again. These are even, so if I go up here and I do Oh, motion blur drives me nuts in any game. Any game. Better? So we got larger, a larger hill coming up over here. Which we knew was happening. Who came up here to the tower? The cops. So that was going to give us a retaining wall, which I didn't want. The other one did not give us a retaining wall, and we're pretty much on the same. Interesting. So one has a retaining wall, the other does not. I don't think it is, I think I mean, it's the same height on the ground. It's one flat surface. Like that's borked. These are pretty close. There we go. That might be the same height. Still give us a retaining wall back here, but it's definitely not the same height now that I look at it from a different angle. That looks the same. This road is definitely not, like, this one's canted a little bit. I'm gonna try parallel road tool here. Might be a good spot for it. What's up, Chad? I think it's going to be a good spot for parallel road tool here. That look? Well, that's wonky as hell. See if I can do that again. No worries, Brian. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you coming in. No sweat. We are gonna also, because our exit lanes, yeah, let me do one project at a time here. Let's get this bridge built. Coming over here. I don't hate that the way it looks right now. Yeah, so far so good, Chet. Nothing crazy going on. I'm just doing a little road building. I was hoping to not do that. Don't like it. Gonna have to mess with this another time. A little bit of a little bit more of terraforming over here, and I'm gonna have to figure out how that's gonna work and where its end result is gonna be. That highway is eventually going to run. It's gonna run from here. I'm probably gonna run it from here and then down, and then it's gonna terminate into like the main road that goes through downtown, the downtown area, which is probably gonna be this road. This might jog around a little bit and go, it'll somehow meet up with that road, and that'll be like one of the main city streets, the entire downtown area. Kind of what I'm thinking. Railroad tracks may come through across here and then down and around through the industrial area, and then my thought is to have a train station down this way, and that'd be the termination train station for, or like the freight lines, and then another railroad, another passenger line would kind of come in and either be a tunnel, kind of like they do in Jersey to Manhattan, would be a tunnel under the waterway, and then coming up and then into, and then this would be like the Grand Central terminal of things down here. And then we would have a subway line eventually that runs this way across the island. And would terminate out here because the subway lines go out into the sparsely, or the neighborhoods, but kind of don't go any further than that. The train lines do, so it's kind of what we're looking for. You'd have a subway spoke, basically from here. Might have one go up this way, one go out that way, and then one down this way, but kind of what I'm looking at. See how our industrial area fared over here. We do have petrochemicals over here. Is not what we wanted. Although they are producing them from grain. Let's see how our pollution is being. This is ground pollution. Is that being affected? Ground pollution starts to dissipate after the source is removed. Yeah, and then all the pollution over here is blowing into our farm fields, and I think that does actually affect it. Says it's producing at 115% though. So what's up, Joe? How are you, man? Welcome. So I mean, it is producing, but what kind of industry do we get over here? Metals, food. These need livestock and vegetables to make food. Minerals and crude oil, all of which we are making wood to timber. Minerals and crude oil, so all these things we are making, so it shouldn't be costing us anything to import. We still need more vegetables. Everything else we're making on our own. We just need a little bit more vegetables. We can fix that right now. I believe we have a nice tract of farmland. This is all vegetable fields out here. Every bit of it. I believe we have another tract of farmland right here. Sorry, guys. What do we got here? Yeah, all of this is farmland. We do have to contend with the railroad tracks, they have to in real life, and we also have to contend with the highway as they do in real life. So I think we're just gonna do a quick bridge. Find a good spot for that. Who, again, with the smog, like, I just looked at air pollution. I don't even understand. Brooke Carter is complaining about air pollution here. What is... There is no air pollution, Brooke. And everything that could be polluting is blowing that way. I don't understand some of these people. It's interesting. Getting close here. Less than 200 from small city. How you doing, Joe? How's your night going? We already have a bridge over here. with a highway connection, it might behoove us to just... Either way, we're gonna have to make a bridge, because we gotta bridge the river. There's an oil field over here. I think we'll make a bridge down here where we have a little bit of room. Come across the highway and the railroad tracks. The railroad tracks we can just make a grade level bridge at. So let's go ahead. What's up, Pat? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Got a cold? Oh, that sucks, man. I get sinus infections all the damn time, and I hate them. I truly feel for you. I mean, that is a pain in the butt. So this will go over, it better go over at 37 feet. You kidding me right now? Let's see here. So it'll go over at 26.25 feet. Let's leave a little bit of room in case the highway needs expanded. And we will come out 201 yards. We'll make this a 90-degree right off of here. Ah, that was not 90 degrees. A nice grade crossing right here shouldn't be terrible. And then we'll line this up as best as we can. Not as best as we can. We will line it up perfectly. That's what we're going to do. Make it look nice. I don't think that's terrible. Nice little country, we're gonna make this a highway, I think, though, but... How's your night tonight, Pat? You good? Joe, I'm sorry to hear you're sick. That sucks. I really hate that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves is, let's do that. I think we're doing this. It's a highway grade crossing. Keto, what's up, bro? Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think this is better. It's a highway road. More applicable to the application, I think. No passing zones are in there. Grade crossings. I like it. Stoplight. Let's see how this works. We'll go with the highly dangerous country road stop sign here. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, the yield sign. That always works well. Yeah, we'll, I think a stop sign, alright. And in this, I think, this actually is going to be better off being a country road, too. Instead of a 4-lane highway all over the place out here. I think we're going to be better off making this a 4-lane, or just a 2-lane highway, like you would see in, you know, rural, everywhere. But neither here nor there. Oh, wow. That's, gale force winds. Holy crap. Small city. 10 points. Milestone 10 unlocked. Allergic rhinitis anyway? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's 30 years of being a fireman for me. That rhinitis is it's the same. I don't have that. I've never been diagnosed with it, but I know I have it. And it is brutal. Okay, so over here, we could have a country road that is going to kind of parallel the railroad tracks over here before we start getting into our grade. And that is going to be to get into our farm fields. Because we have some between the highway and the railroad tracks all the way down here. And we have, I might actually make another one over there. Just, that's going to be small, but... And then this whole piece right here is going to be at least 1, maybe 2. So let's go ahead and see how we're going to cut in here. I think we might just put and see how much we can zone. I don't know. Actually, I do know. Yeah, so if we have 1 here, there could be another one over here, but obviously the railroad, but it actually is not going to fit anyway. So that's going to be a problem. So I think we're going to maximize as best as we can. It's going to be an odd farm for sure. But I think we're gonna maximize it as best we can right here. Right along the railroad tracks. We're gonna have to cut our losses with that sliver right there. Very interesting quandary we have right now. Because we also have to contend with those power lines. We cannot we have to get I don't want side snapping. It's gonna go along the side of the exact side of the railroad tracks. I don't really necessarily want to do that. Yeah, like this here. We're not going to be able to overlap this farm or this so we're going to have to cut through each one of these. Which is terrible. This farmer got gypped. He wouldn't sell, though. He held strong. Of course, we're making a livestock farm right now, and we don't need to. We need a vegetable farm. I just built the whole thing is wrong. Damn it, man. Rain. Joe, where are you at again? Southern Ireland, nice, man, nice. Yeah, you guys are no stranger to rain yourselves, that's for sure. All right, hokey vegetable field, but it's gonna have to work for that to maximize that. Kind of the way farms work, really. When they came through and built the highways, they didn't really give a shit about the farmers. Not that I don't, but I am going for realism. There's a passenger train. 312 people on that train right there. What's up, Coaster? All right. All right. We are at 11,622. 11,622. You can see it down. Not here, but the next one over. Oh, because this is not this highway does not have water and sewer, so we have to connect that ourselves. Yeah, you're speaking Hawks Girl's language there, Joe. We need sewer and water. Let's replace these. Boom. Now let's take these over to here. Now we should fix our sewer, water, and should be power as well, or no? Power's not carried on the highways either. That's gonna have to use these for the first time. Oh. Ironic that it says the best internet connection ever. I can download anything I ever wanted, or download everything I ever wanted, and I think my game just crashed. It's definitely frozen. Come on. Yep. Game crashed. Stand by. Let's hopefully this thing will start this again. West Cork and Kerry are beautiful. We leave enough for no. Very nice, Joe. Very nice. I had a buddy of mine, a couple guys from the firehouse that I used to work with, from Cork and oh, where was that? I forget where Paul was from, but yeah, they're Irish. His dad, I worked with his dad, and then I worked with the son, and his dad actually had a brogue, and the other guy only got a brogue when he drank. That was it. Good dudes, though. I'm hoping this restart is going to chill this this game out, because it's been pretty bad. I'm playing on 1080. I did switch in the middle, so hopefully firing it back up again and letting it reload is going to be helpful here, because it's been very stuttery tonight. I do not have a bad graphics card or a CPU. I do not have a potato machine, so I don't. Not really sure. Zero likes on the trip. Yeah. So now my screen's back to blown out here, and I need to fix it. I just want to make sure that it's going to load in correctly. graphics. I'm gonna put this down to 1080p at 144 hertz. This should fix that. Just real quick. I think I had everything else was fine. So let's load back in and let's see if we can get this going again. I don't know how much of that we're gonna have to redo because, you know, we were in here and the farm isn't built yet, so we might have to redo that. We might not even. We might have to go through and get NBA get this benchmark again. Let's try again. The game of all time. It definitely has. It's gonna be. This game is going to be a great game. It is going to be a great game. It's just going to take a couple of weeks to get there. With the optimized, and I think Imperial Jedi was saying it on his stream on Twitch earlier, and I agree with him 100%. That's what I was saying. The game is going to be a if they would have released this thing as early access and been able to keep the release. Yeah, look, our damn oh no, the farm is built. The road is not built. But we still have to. Okay, no, this is the livestock farm. I almost made that mistake again. This is not the farm we need. What we need to do is that auto saved right in a terrible spot. Let's go ahead and let it go. We are still we did make the small city, so that's good. But we were making this a vegetable farm, and we almost made that a that's funny. We almost made that a livestock farm again. Yeah. And it does. It just needs time. I mean, they will. It's been out for less than a week. Tomorrow. It was not even a week tomorrow. So, you know, people just need to chill. It's coming. It'll be fine. But yeah, it's definitely gonna need some optimization. That's for sure. Let me go back and draw all this stuff back in again. Terrible time for a game crash. And then we gotta go see what we're gonna unlock next. I might do something wacky like this. See if I can make this work. This would be silly. The farmer's gonna get the last laugh here. Chat. That's what's gonna happen. The farmer is getting the last laugh. All right. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not gonna sell you my land. You can put the railroad or put the power lines right over them. I don't care, but you're not getting them. Firemen aren't allowed to laugh. What are you talking about? It won't let it. You can build under them, but are you talking about these power pylons? You can build under them, but you can't. Like, I'm coming in contact with the base of the pylon, and no, you wouldn't be able to. I mean, farmers, you know, out where I'm from, they have the windmills and stuff, and you won't be able. You wouldn't be able to. You would not be able to. I don't hate that. Yeah, well, that's, I mean, the pylons are going to go through the fields. You know, that's kind of how it's going to go, where, you know, they section it off. The farmer really has to combine around it or work around it. But I think that's kind of how, you know, but it wouldn't allow you, obviously, you're not going to be able to plant right in there. But unfortunately, I went as close as I could to make that work, but there was a fence going to run through there, but that's all right. All right, let's build this road again. I got screwed up. We're gonna go up 25. No, not at all. That's not what I wanted to do at all. All right, give me my toggle lines back. Oh yeah. Definitely. All right, now we need to reconnect sewer and water because that what didn't get done. And connect this over to here. I did that. Now, like I said, for the first time, Average Coaster, I'm more than willing to watch you build. I haven't seen any content though. You're more than welcome to jump into the streaming world and show me how it's done. Might have to go up and over. So those can't go up anymore, or do they... only go underground, maybe? So 30 feet isn't enough to get it over the top here? It is. What the hell? Let's get out of the underground. Right. My point. Why is this stuck in underground mode right now?
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We
What
urge
the hell
public to remain
is going on
calm
here?
during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
Recent spikes in demand have led to temporary local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation in hand. This has been a local public service announcement.
That was truly superfluous. Masterful counterpart. You're listening to Second Moon Radio, the station of levitated tastes. Don't.
A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Clever. But apparently that's not all good news. We're joined today by an expert guest, Professor Nutbuck.
Welcome, Professor. So a housing shortage is bad for people trying to move here, right?
Right. Oh, I forgot about this. Get rid of this stupid ad. Alright, Coaster. Have a good night, man. Why do they dig those in like that? That is ridiculous looking. I don't like that at all. Just stupid. I guess underground power is what we're doing here. Because that's just brutal looking. All right, so I can come here. Let me run a power line and just see if it runs over to here without looking dumb. It'll hook up right there. Look at this stupid, like, that's just dumb. Like, why? That's got to be a bug. It looks like somebody, like, was up here and was, like, shot a spear down there with a hand grenade on it, and it blew out part of the hole and dug the spear in. Like, I mean, I like the look of the power line. I really do, but it's... No, I lost where the hell I was. I like the look of the power line. It just looks ridiculous when you zoom in and see that it was dug down 30 feet and left in a crater. But the power line looks cool. I mean, just for sake of looking dumb as hell, I gotta go underground. I mean, it'll do the same thing here, right? No, I had to go up higher there. I mean, I gotta go underground. We'll just run it right to there, and power will, should go. Should go. Yep. Very odd. I'm gonna make it more realistic, though. It would run down the road. Alien landing pads. All right, we got that finally done. We'll run power out to here. And we got another farm to build. Probably about the time we get this farm built, we'll need even more vegetable production. Now we're in a little bit of a surplus, and we're a little bit light on grain, so not terrible, but I do want to make another vegetable farm out here, though. But while we're here, we're barely scraping by, so. Maximize this area. It's right along the water, and I want to get that brightest green possible. Yeah, you can. I haven't done any trains yet, but yeah, you definitely can do that if you wanted to. I'm definitely gonna train. I mean, there's a train line right here. I could definitely do that. The problem is I've had in Cities Skylines 1, I want to really make sure my train my trains are dialed in, because I had some tremendous train catastrophes, if you will, in Cities Skylines 1, where I had just trains stacked up and I could not fix it. It ended up breaking my whole city. I had to start over again. But I don't want to repeat that, especially after getting so far into a city. I like that I'm not the only one having budget balance issues. It seems to be a very popular. There's a lot of people with a lot of budget issues in the City Skyline space right now. So. But I have a feeling that if I just plop a train station right in here, just you know, like, oh, you know, I'll just throw this in here for exports and import, everything is going to come through there, and you're going to have ore and this, and you're going to have all of the imports and exports coming into that train station, and I think it's just going to be a nightmare. So I want to make sure that I have a proper you know, train terminal with truck access and all sorts of stuff. That's kind of why I have taken my time doing that. Same thing for us for a seaport. I honestly will. I think we're gonna see a seaport in the city before, potentially before a cargo train station, but. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I'm much more in debt than that. And I mean, we're upside down $313,000. I really need to, like, healthcare and death care. We hardly have any use of healthcare and death care right now. Like, there's 15 patients. We have 700 beds open. I could probably knock that down, the budget, and I'm gonna see how that works if I do that. I just kind of wanted to see how it would do it if I knock the budget down. We'll just say we'll make it 50%. I mean, that's roads. I don't want to do that. But healthcare and death care. Like, if I knock this down to just, how is it going up? Maintenance is going up if I knock the budget down? Okay. I'm gonna put it down to 90% and see what happens. Yeah, look at this number. That number went up because that's weird. And I kind of want to see what it does to healthcare. Let's connect power here. Yeah, and they're definitely they're just non-stop about the healthcare. We do not have sewer and water out here, so let's go ahead and bring this to the road, and we'll bring this back to here. And we should have 2 more working vegetable farms now. Full skill grinding. Average health is 72%. Still, we're only 350 dead of a capacity of 5,000. We still have a tremendous capacity. Our budget has improved. I'm gonna knock it down even more. Let's go down to 80% and see what happens. Because again, we don't need all those beds for people who aren't sick, and we're wasting a ton of money. All right, production. We're a little light on the wheat. 26 tons. We are surplus here. Don't know where we have more farmable land. Let's take a look at our options for unlocking here. We have the Grand Bridge, a magnificent bridge that will be the landmark of the city. I don't think we're there yet. It's a town of 11,000 people, almost 12,000 people. We don't need any grand bridges yet. Underground parking, we're not ready for it just yet. When we get to our downtown area, we'll continue to pursue that. Solar, right now we have plenty of electricity. We don't need to worry about extra stuff. This is our goal. I am going to go to a nuclear power plant eventually. We have 12 points to unlock. Highly efficient and powerful surface water pumping station. Extracts water from lakes, rivers, and other bodies of surface water and pumps it to the city's water network. High power facility can easily perform the work of several regular pumping stations on its own. We're not, you know, again, we're not there right now. Where can you place a stone quarry? Stone quarries can be placed anywhere on the map, to my knowledge. That's I put a stone quarry over here. I had to put, this is coal and ore. Both coal and ore have to be on the ore nodes, but a stone quarry I have over here, and that can be placed anywhere. I have it right here, and it is rocking. See what I did there? Yeah, it's it's going at 117% efficiency. There is no node of anything here. It was actually farmland that I could have used elsewhere, honestly. But yeah, it can be placed anywhere to my knowledge. Joe. Alright. I was gonna look. Oh yeah, I was looking at our upgrades. Research Health, Disease Control Center, and a Research Health Institute. These are gonna be over. Alright, Hawks Girl, I won't be long. Crematorium will wait on. Recycling Center is a possibility. University, we're here. This is going to go over by the hospital when we get to when we get it. Yeah, ore and coal need to be placed on ore deposits. What was that? What the heck just came in here? What was that? Did you guys see that? It just popped up. There was some like little you got mail thing right there, and I don't know what the hell it was. But yeah, ore and coal need to be placed on the blue deposits here, or they will not. This one is ore. This one is coal. Well, they might be reversed, but and they need to be placed on blue. Oil needs to be placed on oil. And then your farms need to be, obviously, other than livestock. Livestock can be placed anywhere on the map, and be successful. And the rock can be anywhere on the map and successful. But yes, I think you're on the same pages. Just basically repeating what you said. Yeah, so our medical university is going to be going over by the hospital. That's why anyway, could go over by the college too. I don't know. I'm in a tip with my own self there. The police headquarters, we will need the jail and the prison eventually. Central bank. We have the airport, subway. We're not ready for the subway yet. We won't be for a while. Parks. I want large sports parks. I think we're gonna do. We might just max out this parks and recreation. I want tourist attractions because I think we'll start making money. Don't forget to go to bed sometime. Good night, dear. Love you. There was something I thought that was like I needed desperately, and I can't remember what it was, and I know as soon as I don't do it, I'm gonna remember, and it's gonna be a problem. I think it's gonna have to be the large sports, and I think we're just gonna max this out. I think we're gonna max out parks and recreation. Let's see what we have here. Perfect place to enjoy sunny days. We have a field covered with covered seating for the audience, and a field with seating on areas on both sides. Let's go see how large these things are. In comparison to like a large school that we've done, those are significant buildings. Big open seating. This is like a quad. Perfect place to enjoy sunny days. Is that a pool? It is a community pool. Nice. Very nice. And then so we have an observation tower. We have a bronze statue, massive statue to attract tourists. We have an amusement water park and a restored medieval castle. Wow. All right. That could be. They could be near a heavy traffic area. You are. Yeah, that's true. All right. So we have our tourist attractions here. We got a Grand Hotel, a Ferris wheel, These are rendering in really low. National Gallery of the Art. Notre Dame. Nice cathedral that could go in a downtown historical area. 8 gates of the Fortress Wall in Seoul, Korea. I don't think that's really applicable. National Diet Building. Botanical Garden. And a bell tower of Asia. I was really hoping for like stadiums, like a stadium. Let's take a look at our traffic. Oh, what are these people? Let me save this. Officially. There's some like sick people over here, but I mean, really, how many? No, there's a water park here. Hang on, I'll go back to it in a second. I mean, like even this, I got the clinic. There's 700 beds. Ambulances are more than enough. You know, there's more than enough ambulances on the road. There's, I mean, there's 30 with none in use. My clinic over here has 5, 2 in use. And then I got another clinic over here with none in use. So I really think I can knock this down again and save a whole boatload of money. We're only 26,000 we're only $26,000 shy of breaking even right now. So I'm gonna bump this down to 75% because we don't need I guess let's try 70 and see what happens, but I just don't think we need all of those things in capacity right now. Vehicles in maintenance 7, but none are being used out of the 30 that are available. So let's see what happens. We'll let this play out for a little bit. Let's take a look at traffic. I mean, we have high traffic down here for sure. On the on-off ramp. Traffic here on this thing. Do we have stoplights down here? Yeah, we do. And that's just, again, that's this should be a dedicated turn lane to the right. There should not be a turn lane here to go to the left. It's my opinion. Zoos I don't see. And again, I could imagine, yeah, soccer field. Soccer field and an American football field are the big, that's the big sports parks. I really was hoping that was going to be like a stadium, like a professional, either like a soccer football stadium, or if that was I was really hoping that was going to be a you know, like something large that you could do something with. Again, in the tourist realm of things. Let's see. This massive statue will attract tourists far and wide. The base is accessible to visitors and this would be a nice spot for over here by the college. That's huge. What? I mean, it's $3 million. really out of place. A crazy water park here. I could definitely see a community pool in like one of the, like an apartment building, like an apartment complex. Like, but yeah, no zoos. And Joe, I mean, you're on board with. I think you're gonna see like DLCs for that, like Park Life, and I mean, Park Life for me is when like this game really opened up. Like there was a lot of things you could do with Park Life and with the zoos and industries. I mean, that's when not this game, but that's when Cities Skylines really like showed its. I really started enjoying it again. All right. Check our budget again. We are trending upwards by $100,000. We have a monthly balance. We have actually in the green. We're making more money than we are losing. And we did that by turning down our healthcare and death care based on this information. We have an average health of 69%, 17 patients. But we have a bed capacity of 700, and we had plenty of ambulances on the street, so there was no need to have that up that high. And I could probably do that for some other services, but they're working out right now. So I do want to put a loop, a bus loop in that hits our industrial districts, and I want to do that right now because I think things are just going to work a little bit better. I'm running it down this road, which is already a little congested with buses, and it's going to come across the highway, which again, a little bit congestion. So I'm gonna run it in this loop right here and see how it works out. So let's go, and we could probably already use bus stops that are they're already in that loop. So and we will. We could also run it all the way up to here and across and hit this neighborhood up here. I think we might just do that. Just do a huge loop. He had buses doing U-turns. And then my thought is I might actually do a bus lane in an existing road. Another thing we haven't even dabbled with right now are taxis, which we probably should do something with that. But all right, let's make a bus stop. Put one right here past the roundabout. We will come up here, throw one right there. Take that one out. It's a little close. And then we're going to put this one up here in hopes that we're going to get people coming across and catching the other loop. Same thing there. Actually, if we reverse... No, you know what? We're going to keep it. And we're going to delete that one. Yeah, because you're playing on American maps? Or, uh-oh. What just happened? Oh, the... Yeah, and then we can just use the existing bus stops there. So, all right, let's make a bus loop. We are gonna do... Initially, we're gonna go from here to here, to here, to there, to there. Probably could do another one in here, but it's all right. You know what? I'm wondering if we should just do another north-south loop over here and not do this entire huge loop. I think it's going to be too much. All right, scratch that. I think we're just gonna do a second north-south loop in the industrial area and see if people transfer over and take that bus. We didn't make any more over there, so over here I'm gonna make another one right here. And here. Here. This is the return. So let's see how this works. We can turn around in our loop down here. All right, let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it completes. I think that's going to make more sense. Instead of having 15 stops and a bus that needs to travel, you know, all the way around the city for that. I have not added subways or trams yet. No, not yet. The subways are going to come later on after I get my downtown area laid out and started. That's kind of where I'm thinking I'm going to employ the subways. And then, but the trams, I'm just not a fan of the way they look and how they screw up roads and traffic. I don't think I'm going to use trams, at least initially. I might use them locally, like for a couple of spots, but I just don't see... I was never really into trams. I know a lot of places use them very successfully, but it was just not... I don't know, it just didn't seem logical to me, I guess. All right, let's see here. Bus line number 5, and that is industrial north-south loop. So we have our industrial loop that does this. It's the crosstown loop. Where's the industrial loop at? Oh, that's the one up here. That's right. That's this one. We actually have people using the hell out of the bus. North-south loop is doing very well. This industrial loop just started, so it's at 0. But you know, there's people riding the bus, so that's good. We got a traffic jam over here. For what? just because the streets are too small. And there's buses on it. I kind of feared that, especially with this road being a very large street and then going right into a major, you know, we got the high school here, the police stations here. I mean, I was kind of figuring that. All right, Joe, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out as long as you did. And thanks. We'll see you on the next one. Get some sleep, man. Very heavily considering upgrading this road to another crosstown road like this one and going right into the industrial zone with it, under the highway and right in. Yep, I hear you. I'm not far behind. It's 11 o'clock. I've been going for over 2 hours. I wanted to get a 2-hour stream in. I'm driving tomorrow. I got 7 hours of driving to get down to the wife, so I hear you. Well, our budget's back upside down again. But again, we are import neutral for raw materials anyway. We are making surpluses or balanced. We definitely need some wheat. Oh, we got a spot right here. I did not realize that. It is right off the railroad tracks, right off the road. In a square we already own. Really want commercial up here. They want commercial down here. I think we're already overzoned in this area. And they want residential everywhere. Except here. Again, with the drinking water, like wastewater treatment plant usage is 30%. Nate Fest 2024, yeah, love it. It says we're processing it just fine. Everybody's saying the water is bad. This lady wants it traveling outside for school, but I mean, this elementary school has had 1,500 kids in it for years now. I don't have an arena available yet, Keto. I just got football fields, and I just opened up. I got the parks things maxed out, but none of this stuff is appropriate for a city this size. Maybe the water park. We might be able to fit in, and we probably will at some point. But yeah, all this stuff is crazy. National Gallery of the Arts. That's gonna have to go to a, that's gonna be in a downtown area. The hotel is a downtown area. It's huge. And then this observation tower is also huge. So, if anything, this restored medieval castle is going to be possibly the biggest thing. But again, I mean, it's not a medieval city. We're talking, I'm kind of modeling this off of a, Chicago, New York type meld. Huge farm area out here by the junction of the highways. Nice turbine interchange too. wonder why our budget trended back down. I shut down healthcare a little bit, but I just want to kind of see. I'm doing a little experiment here where this thing like suppressed into the ground. I'm gonna see if planting these actually hides it, hides that imperfection there. Used to do that on Cities Skylines I. You could hide things that, you know, like glitches and anomalies like that. I just wanted to see if it works here. This neighborhood grew back nicely. Everybody not really. Somebody just said they're wealthy. This guy is wretched. What is so wretched about this household? Your neighbor is wealthy. You are wretched. The member's income and the household's net worth. They're retired. They're uneducated. Poorly educated. All right, I'm sending these kids to this neighborhood right here. Is going to go to the other school. That's not an easy task, though, because in order for them to go to the other school, they have to drive all the way down here to get on the highway to drive over to the other school. That's not a good move. Not a good move. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna have to call it here. If I start getting into the build that I want to do, I was thinking about making this like the sports park area. It's gonna take me until I'll be in the same situation I was last night and looking at the clock at 1 a.m. going, oh no. But I think I'm gonna call it here. We are going to, you know, today we didn't get a ton done, but we did get a good bus loop in. We at one point balanced our budget. It's not since not, but city services, we're making a lot of money on electricity. Transportation's actually bringing in income now instead of costing us money, so that's good. I brought down. Thanks, Keto. Appreciate that, man. I did bring down our healthcare and death care budget. That was, we're still actually decent, but again, like I said before, you know, our efficiency is 75%. We still have our employees here. We only have 8 out of 500 patients here. We're using hardly any of our at all of our healthcare budget. So I'm gonna even bring this down a little bit more, because and then we're gonna see what happens. But you know, if we got to push it back up, we will, and we will go from there. But we're spending a ton of money on healthcare and death care, and it's just they're not being used. Although, even though right now everybody's I'm appalled at how healthcare's run. You never know if you're gonna get treatment or not. There's 17 of you that need treatment, guy. Calm down. But yeah, so that's that. We came out here, we built a couple more farms to balance our production. This was kind of more of like a maintenance stream, I guess. Came in here, we balanced our production. We're no longer importing. Well, we are now with grain, but we'll work on that next time. We're only importing 4.5 tons of grain a month. Everything else we're in a good surplus of, including we just put in vegetable farms. We'll work on this other stuff later on and sneak those in as well. But we snuck in a couple of more farms out here in the outlying regions. I'm hoping next stream or very soon we will be building at least a passenger line that runs, you know, a train line that runs in from the outlying areas here. And I also want to get some sparse residential in this area as well. So that's kind of how we got it shaped up. I don't think we did anything crazy builds today. We kind of messed with the highway a little bit. I got to mess with that a little bit more. That's really it. I'm happy, you know, it went well, and I just needed to do a little bit of maintenance stuff. So that's it. Enjoy your night, guys, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out. Check out this video right here. That's